Let's get
So
back
where to?
to Intelligent Agenda.
Okay, take me to East Island City. Okay.
Okay, we're back on Intelligent Agenda. I'm Mike Riley. I'm sure you've heard about our next guest on the news. He's 11, and he's a genius. He's Zachary Tyler, National Spelling Bee champion a couple of years back. Also, a grandmaster at chess. He's written the great American novel, and now... Solve Hunger. Great to have you on the show.
Greetings.
Now, Zachary, you are a great example of liberal parenting. Your parents raised you in a commune.
Yes, it was very disappointing. My parents were weak and feeble people. I don't miss them. I put myself up for adopt.
You pick them, we play them. Then we play commercials and make a buttload of money. And you think you're the genius around here. Welcome to Independence FM.
What do you use your Fleeca card for?
I use my Fleeca card to lay out enormous lines of chalk. I wore it out and they sent me a new one.
From drug dealers to terminating pregnancies to trannies, it all takes Fleeca. Fleeca, it's
Traffic's a
time to
nightmare
start
today.
paying.
I'll try and get around it.
Finally, a radio station just for you and your just wonderful music. Independence FM.
Why have a conformist, stuffy, outdated blonde suburban doll when you can have a little bitch?
Yay, little bitches!
Little bitches are dolls that dress slutty, act brainless, and care only about clothes, gossip, and materialistic things. It's a lesson for life. Girls want dolls that make them feel hot, right, Madison?
Right, Dad?
God, you've got an ass on you. Is that a new Little Bitches doll you've got?
She's a little tart. She comes with an STD and she dresses like a hooker.
They only care about looks, money, and fashion.
Great! I'll fit right in. I love being a little bitch.
Little Bitches. Collect the complete set. Frisky Felicity, Naughty Natasha, Tessa Tart, Buxom Bianca. Delicious Barbara.
Here we are,
and
then.
Harry Hillary.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Available
you.
wherever toys are sold.
Welcome to the future of American radio. You, alone in a dark room.
Why the fuck do you do this, Lopez? Man, I lost my fucking... Where to?
And
North
now,
Holland, yo.
the show
Hope I don't
that
hit
allows
anyone.
Everyone to vent their spleen. It's Pacemaker, the program that puts the heart back into the health industry. Here's your host, Ryan McFallon.
It's David and Goliath, but we're all David when it comes to fighting the healthcare industry. And this time, it's not a rock, it's our nuts in a sling. For thousands of years, people have treated themselves when they got sick. The wisdom was handed down from family to family, mother to daughter, father to son, and sometimes while inebriated, father to daughter. But nobody talked about it. Now we have HMOs, copays, 1,000 forms to fill out, gastric bypasses, doctors that
You hit
charge
me!
$1,000 to pry open your love cave with a speculum. Today on the show, from Betta Pharmaceuticals, Public Relations Director Sheila Stafford.
Hi, Ryan. Great to be here. I brought you samples of some breakthrough new drugs. You look like you really need them.
Okay, thanks. And representing the largest HMO in the nation, Copay Health
Dude,
System
I
CEO,
totally just eked out a
Wilson
fart.
Taylor Sr.
Ryan, it's a pleasure to be here to talk about taking the healthcare industry from a patient-centric and business-centric aggregated bell curve forward to the health model we're looking at in the 22nd century.
All right. And finally, he's the founder of homeopathic center Down Home Medicine, author and self-healing guru, the Down Home Medicine man himself, Waylon Mason.
What?
Waylon, I'm just saying welcome to the show.
I didn't know.
Let's start with you, Mason. What's wrong with the healthcare industry?
That's just it. You said it. It's an industry. Industry. $1 trillion. $1 trillion rotten deals and broken promises made to you and dirty needles.
Are you kidding me?
I teach people, you know, stuff that only Indians and old people understand. Why are we sitting in a waiting room while some asshole, some limp ass-nuts, plays golf and makes $1 million a year to scribble on little pieces of paper nobody can read? That's like they're writing secrets. It's a conspiracy. When we lived in the woods, my father taught me a lot about home medicine. After my mom died during childbirth, he let me burn the body. You can learn a lot from family.
Let's get into the 21st century here. We really need to move beyond this negativity and hostility towards the pharmaceutical industry. We are leading robust, end-to-end, sustainable solutions to healthcare challenges in a viable and yet 100% patient-centric, care-focused, and responsible manner. Life is full of very complex chemical challenges. Beta Pharmaceuticals is there every step of the way. Much more so than a bunch of hillbillies fighting progress and home cremating their mother.
Well, what kind of...
What do you, that's like being a corporate slut. You don't know where you are.
Oh, really? Life is a challenge. And if you could swallow a magic pill every day...
I wish Greg and Tony were still on the air.
Wouldn't you? We all would. Some of us are. Take, for instance, our best-selling symptomatic postural tension reliever, Cominex. Life is stressful. Up the dose. And with increased dosage, people will see an inverse reduction in problems. It's science, really.
Life is stressful, and the reason it's stressful is that the consumer is forced to pay pharmaceutical companies like yours exorbitant fees to cover these prescriptions and CEO bonuses. HMOs like mine are trying to save your life, and Little Miss Drug Company here sashays into the doctor's office, flashes her perky bazookas, and the next thing you know, the doctor's prescribing heavy sedatives for every splinter or rash. And who gets to pay for this? The insurance companies, which we are obliged to mark up and pass on to you in denied coverage claims. It breaks my heart.
There's just too many pills, man. It's making our immune systems weak. My mom was a visionary and a helper, you know, and she left me in dirty diapers all day. And now I have a super goddamn immune system. I can lick the floor under a truck stop urinal, and it don't affect me a bit. And sometimes I do, for cash or whatever.
That's the problem. Let's stop blaming the HMOs because you can't see a doctor. Don't blame profits or Nixon because you've got bad coverage. Bottom line, don't blame me because you're a loser. Not my fault, buddy. And the last thing we need on Earth is socialized medicine. Jeesh. Can you imagine the chaos if everyone was able to see a doctor and didn't have to fill out reams of paperwork before they were denied a life-saving surgery because it cost money? It would be anarchy. There'd be lines for bread, and we'd all be speaking Russian or Cuban, and people would die.
Here we go. Tip, please.